Big U had Nipsey Hussle killed. Everybody know that.
Nipsey Hussle's crew is losing it after the wild news about Big U's son. Now a bunch of them are coming forward, claiming Big U had something to do with Nipsey getting murked, and it's shaking the streets.
I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
Word on the street is Nipsey's homies just had a nasty face-off with Big U inside the prison where he's locked up. Things got real tense, and the details are straight up wild. Let me break it down.
Man, we just had some super sad news coming out of Los Angeles. It was just reported yesterday that Big U's son, baby Huey, unfortunately lost his life in the streets of Los Angeles on the night of Halloween.
The streets of Los Angeles never forget, and they never forgive. On Halloween night 2025, the hip-hop world witnessed something that shook every block of South Central. Old scars reopened, anger and pain resurfaced, reigniting one of LA's most explosive gang stories. The fatal shooting of Jabari Baby Wee Henley, the 34-year-old son of Eugene Big U Henley Jr. This wasn't just another tragic murder. It was about karma, payback, and the haunting truth that the sins of the father can come back for blood. What followed, leaked footage, heated confrontations, reactions from Nipsey Hussle's circle, painted a chilling picture of betrayal, legacy, and the heavy price of playing both sides of the game. On October 31st, 2025, around 11:11 p.m., Jabari was outside the Fig and 69 Smoke Shop at South Figueroa and West 69th Street, deep in Rollins 60's turf, his father's territory. This should have been safe ground, but nothing protected him. Witnesses say he approached a dark-colored sedan, possibly a Toyota Camry or Honda Accord, and within seconds, gunfire erupted. At least 7 shots tore through Jabari's chest, stomach, arm, and thigh. The shooter vanished into the maze of South LA streets, leaving shell casings, partial surveillance footage, and a lifeless body. Paramedics arrived immediately, performing CPR and administering epinephrine, but it was too late. Jabari was pronounced dead at the scene from hemorrhagic shock and a torn pulmonary artery. The LAPD's 77th Street Division quickly launched a homicide investigation, collecting shell casings, surveillance footage, and witness statements. DNA from a suspect's car handle partially matched someone tied to the Hoover criminals, hinting at a gang-related angle. The city offered a $50,000 reward, but no arrests have been made. Jabari wasn't a street figure. He worked as a warehouse supervisor in Compton, raising his 10-year-old daughter, and pursued music with tracks like Hood, earning around 150,000 Spotify streams. He kept a low profile, trying to live clean, but being Big U's son made him a target. Big U learned of his son's death around 1:30 a.m. on November 1st, behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center, locked up on 43 federal RICO charges. The news came via a contraband phone call from co-defendant Loose Cannon. Big U, the unshakable OG, reportedly broke down, whispering, "Not my boy, not like this." That moment revealed the man behind the legend, a father stripped of power, helpless to protect his son. The internet's reaction made the tragedy even darker. Within 90 minutes of the first police scanner alerts, hashtags like #Nipsey Karma, #Justice for Nip, and #God Cost Big Henley exploded online. Thousands claimed Jabari's death was payback for Nipsey's murder, despite zero evidence linking Big U to it. Fans, insiders, and street figures fueled the narrative, turning grief into spectacle and spreading mockery instead of mourning. The roots of this chaos trace back to Big U and Nipsey Hussle's complex relationship. Around 2006 to 2007, Nipsey was a hungry young rapper breaking into LA's brutal scene. Big U, an OG in the Rollin' 60s, spotted potential and took Nipsey under his wing, offering studios, housing, and guidance on navigating the music industry without falling back into the streets. Their bond shaped Nipsey's early career and created a legacy that would continue to ripple through the streets long after.
My nephew, TD, I was looking for artists. TD told me to go get Nip. I went to seek Nip out of all the people I already been interviewing and talking to. And he was the shining light. He was the diamond in a pile of whatever.
Back in 2009, Big U signed Nipsey to a 10-year management deal under his label, UN Unique Music, giving him major control over Nipsey's career and earnings, reportedly 10 to 25% of publishing rights. On paper, it was a solid setup. Big U handled connections, protection, and the industry game, while Nipsey focused on music and building his legacy. Big U saw Nipsey as more than an artist. He called him a son in spirit and acted as the mentor every young street rapper needed, guiding him through LA's gang politics. His backing opened doors but came with strings attached. Nipsey could move safely, perform across the city, and earn respect from rival sets. But the mentorship also meant obligations and limitations. As Nipsey's fame grew, his mindset shifted. By 2018, with his marathon clothing store, business investments, and community projects, he wanted full independence and control over his career. The 10-year deal that once helped him now felt restrictive, and cracks in their brotherhood began to show. This is where rumors and controversy emerge. Federal wiretaps and court documents from Big U's 2025 RICO case suggest he wasn't just a manager. He allegedly ran a wide-reaching extortion operation targeting businesses, entertainers, and even his own artists. Critics like Charleston White claim Big U tried to extort Nipsey as his star rose. While Charleston thrives on drama and isn't always reliable, others in the LA hip-hop scene have echoed parts of his claims, suggesting there may be truth beneath the headlines.
Big U had Nipsey Hussle killed. Everybody know that. Everybody know Big U called that hit. They was really jealous of Nipsey Hussle, homie. All the big homies in the set was jealous of Nip, because all the young love Nip. So Nip had got bigger than the set, cuz. Ain't nobody bigger than the set.
The theory pushed by Charleston White and others is that as Nipsey Hussle grew bigger, more successful, and more loved, the old guard, including Big U, felt threatened. In gang culture, no one is supposed to outshine the set. Success is allowed, but eclipsing the organization is seen as a problem. According to this theory, Nipsey broke that rule. By late 2018, tensions reached a breaking point during a violent Crenshaw parking lot confrontation, sparked by a diss track Nipsey recorded aimed at Big U, calling him a scrapper, not a rapper, and questioning his authenticity. Big U allegedly confronted Nipsey and his brother Samo, aka Black Sam Asda. The confrontation turned physical, and Black Sam reportedly fired a gun in self-defense, leading to his arrest. No one was hit. This marked the collapse of their relationship. It wasn't about music or money, it was about respect and hierarchy. Big U, as an OG in the rollin' 60s, expected loyalty. Nipsey's choice not to re-sign and the diss track was seen as a direct betrayal. Reports say they later squashed the beef publicly, but federal wiretaps from 2023 painted a darker picture. Big U bragged about being bigger than Nipsey, claiming he disciplined anyone who crossed him. The parking lot incident wasn't just a business spat, it was gang enforcement in action. Then came the moment that changed everything. On March 31st, 2019, Nipsey Hussle was shot at least 10 times outside his Marathon clothing store and later pronounced dead. The shooter, Eric Shitty CZ Holder Jr., a Rollin' 60s member, was convicted in 2022 and sentenced to 60 years to life. Holder allegedly acted over neighborhood rumors claiming Nipsey had snitched, but conspiracy theories swirled immediately. Loose Cannon, a close associate of Big U later indicted in the federal RICO case, claimed in a viral interview that Big U called him about 30 minutes before Nipsey's death, saying Nipsey had already been killed, even though he was still alive at the time.
And I'm on a phone, he FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6-0, I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. But after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
If Loose Cannon's account is even close to true, and that's a big if, since he's also facing serious federal charges and could have his own reasons for speaking out, it paints a chilling picture. Big U might have had foreknowledge of the attack on Nipsey Hussle. The implications are terrifying. It suggests he knew something was about to go down and might have even played a part in orchestrating it. This theory gained even more steam when you consider the unresolved tension between Big U and Nipsey, plus the alleged pattern of violence linked to Big U's criminal operations. Controversial commentator Charleston White went even further, claiming that Big U actually ordered the hit on Nipsey. He argued it was jealousy-driven, that the old guard of the Rollin' 60s couldn't handle Nipsey becoming bigger and more influential than the gang itself. Even former Death Row Records rapper Haltia SKG Choice threw her hat in, accusing Big U of arranging Nipsey's murder. She said she personally saw him assault people in Nipsey's presence and that his history of intimidation and extortion made him capable of such a move. These weren't just random claims. They came from people connected to the scene, making the allegations even harder to ignore. These were people claiming first-hand knowledge of Big U's methods and operations. Despite the allegations, Big U has vehemently denied any role in Nipsey Hussle's murder, speaking out in multiple interviews and even sending cease and desist letters to media outlets like No Jumper to stop the spread of these claims. In one particularly detailed interview, Big U shared his side of the story, explaining his perspective on what really went down that night.
But also, something else that didn't make sense to me, the hit didn't make sense to me, because who takes this girl on a hit? And who goes, if you're going to go do a hit, if it is a hit, if you're going to go do a hit, who goes to confront the guy? He already know, I'm finna do this dude. Who goes to confront the guy, leave, and then come back?
Big U's argument actually makes some sense when you break it down. He points out that Eric Holder's behavior on the day of Nipsey's murder doesn't line up with how a professional hit usually goes. Holder brought his girlfriend along, had a conversation with Nipsey, walked away, went to grab food at a nearby Master Burgers, and then returned to commit the shooting. That's not how contract hits happen. Those are usually fast, precise, and leave no room for casual chit-chat or lunch breaks. On top of that, the FBI ran a full-scale investigation into Nipsey's murder as part of their larger probe into LA gang activity. If there had been any evidence tying Big U to Nipsey's killing, federal authorities would have included it in the massive 43-count RICO indictment against him in 2025. That indictment already covers murder, the 2021 killing of aspiring rapper Rayshawn Williams, extortion, fraud, human trafficking, and a laundry list of other serious crimes. The fact that Big U wasn't charged in connection with Nipsey's murder tells the story. Despite all the conspiracy theories, street rumors, and viral claims, there's no hard evidence linking him to that crime, at least according to federal authorities.
And believe me, like I say, this case was investigated by the highest level of the branch. That man got a letter from the president.
Well, I know for a fact, if they could get you, they'd get you.
And they
if they thought for a second that you had something to do with it and they could prove it, you out of here.
Whether or not any of the allegations are true, the conspiracy theories linking Big U to Nipsey's death have shattered his life and career. He reportedly lost major sponsorships, had contracts fall through, including a rumored $3 million Adidas deal through Kanye West, and found himself increasingly isolated in the music world. People who once worked with him distanced themselves, unwilling to risk being tied to someone accused of such a shocking act, even without proof. After Nipsey's death, Big U tried to show support, organizing unity marches, delivering eulogies, and helping raise funds for Nipsey's family. But as conspiracy theories spread, his reputation took a serious hit. In hip-hop and street culture, perception often outweighs reality, and the court of public opinion had already spoken. Fast forward to Halloween night, 2025, when Big U's son, Jabari Henley, was murdered under eerily similar circumstances to Nipsey's death 6 years earlier. The parallels were impossible to ignore. Both men were shot multiple times in South LA. Both were tied to the Rollin 60s through family, and both deaths instantly sparked speculation about hidden motives, revenge, and unfinished business in the streets. If you enjoyed this video, click on the boxes playing on your screen to watch more content like this.